Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting and trendy tutorial. Here I'll be showing you how to make the stringed bubu dress. So formerly this bubu dress is made with beads, but now you can make it with your stones. So it's better you get a pure diamond stones that will blink very well to bring out the result. So here all I need is my stone and the board. This board will be used to design the front and the back, and this black will first of all be the foundation. So I'm going to cut this pattern and place it on the neckline. Right now the measurement taken is 30 inches on fold like this vertically, and horizontally I'll be taking 20 inches. So this is on fold already, so you can note the folded edge. The folded edge will be used for the shoulder, and right away we'll move to the cutting of the dress block itself. So that's what we'll move on to. So here then I'll show you what to do next on this black material. So this black material is just a design on the neckline, it's not the real dress. So this is the material I'll be using for the dress. The dress is a bubu dress, and it has a slit on the two sides, and it also has a pocket, though I'm not going to do the pocket in this tutorial, but I'm just going to show you how to cut and how to sew and how to place the neckline design. So here you're going to fold like so. The whole Kampala width is used here. I first of all folded into 2 before I folded into 4 like this. So I use the whole width. The width is 45, and it goes for the Ankara. And here I take my sleeve length. The sleeve length here is 19. So it depends on where your sleeve length will get to. So on the sleeve length, I'm going to place the sleeve length here. You know this is folded. This edge is the folded edge. So because I'm cutting the shoulder to the sleeve together with the shoulder, so I will input 19 inches here with the sewing allowance of 2 inches because I want the sewing allowance to be wide. Then the next thing is to take the neck width. So here the board measurement, the neck width on the board measurement will be used to place the neck width on this on the dress block. So I'm going to place the neck measurement on the block on the board is 9 inches. So I divided 9 inches into 2, and I have 4.5. So I'll be placing 4.5 here. So after I place 4.5 here as my width, and that's what I'm trying to show you, I'll place 4.5 here, and the depth will now be 3 inches. 3 inches depth is okay because I want the effect to be that of a Kano neckline. I don't want it to be too low, so it should just be like that, like you're making a buba. So after I have done that, I will curve it up like this to input the neckline. So this works for almost everybody. And here I will take all the vertical measurement. I just took the bust measurement on the vertical. I have breast point 10, then half length 18, and hip length 27. And the next one I'm going to take here is the knee length. The knee length is 40. The knee length is essential because this is a kind of cowl bubu. So I will need the knee length because at that knee length I want it to be smart a little bit. So on the knee length I'm going to add the hip measurement is 40 divided by 4 is 10 plus 2 inches. So I put 12 here. I put 12 here on fold. You remember we have folded the front and back pattern together already. So I'll just take that 12 inches down to the hemline of the dress. So after I've taken that one, then I'll come up, curve it up. I'll make it bigger from this point upward to the hip length, to the hip length. So this is the hip length. It will be a little bit bigger, like wider by 3 inches on the hip length. Then connect it to this is the upper part, which is the sleeve. The armhole width, I mean the round sleeve, is 9 inches on fold. 9 inches of fold means I put 18 inches. Remember the breast point is 10. It's just 1 inches upward to the bust point. So whatever your bust is, just come up by 1 inch and connect it. So it's a free dress, so you don't need it does not need to be too tight. So then curve it up to the knee length and you have your cowl bubu. Then I cut it out like so, and this is what I have. Then I notch out all my sewing allowances. The center front and center back is notched, the shoulder is notched, and the hem line, the sewing allowance on the hem line is notched out already. Then this is, then the slit is 12 inches. It depends on how you want to slit it. You can slit it more than that, but this is what I want. The slit is 12 inches. Then this is the pattern that I'm going to use to design the neckline. So it's just like a facing, like you are putting a facing, but the facing is showing on the right side. So the design, I'll just trim out the neckline, the actual neckline that is there already. I'll bring it out using the Kampala neckline, I mean the Adire neckline, to trace out on the black material. So after I have done that, I'll take width of the shoulder here. The width is 2 inches. You can take 1 inch. It depends on how wide you want that shoulder to be. So you can be flexible with the design. Then I'll connect it to the, because the length of this I told you is 30 inches. So I put 31 because of the sewing allowance. So here I connect it to the hem line of the design that will be the black design. So I'll just cut it like so. And after I have cut it, this is what I have. So you can see the shape. You can trim it to whatever you want. So if you don't want, so I'm going to place the facing like this. So I'll open up the dress. I'll open up the bubu dress, then place the design on the neckline. Then the design on the neckline, you're going to put stay. This is called woven interfacing, to give it a kind of support. So then after you have ironed the woven interfacing, we call it stay in Nigeria, I'm going to place it. I needed to patch up the woven interfacing because at the point of making this tutorial, I didn't have enough at hand. So, and I needed to do this tutorial. So I just join everything together. So don't mind me on that. So here I'll just pin the neckline, and continue to stitch with 1/2 inch. The neckline is what I'm stitching. Then take it slowly, although I'm fast forwarding some parts, but just stitch round. Then after I've stitched around with that 1/2 inch, remember I'm using the right side of the face of the facing to face the wrong side of the Adire. I use the right side of the facing to face the wrong side of the Adire. By the time I notch, I'm trying to notch the neckline right now, then I will turn to the right side. Then everything will be in place. I have turned to the right side of the Adire now, coming from the wrong side. So then I'm going to fold like 1/2 inch inward and stitch it. There are 2 methods you can use to do this design. After you have cut your dress, the dress block, you can, and after you have already cut your facing, you can use that facing to, you can just remove this part from the Adire and fix it back with the black design. But I think I've done that before and it does not come out as neat as matching it on it like this, because at the end of the day you are still going to put maybe beading or stones, and it will definitely cover the lines of your stitch. So you don't need to stress yourself by first of all removing this part and fixing it back. So just place it, match it on it, and it will be neater and faster. So this method will not stress you. So then after I have done that, I'll just stitch by 1/2 inch, fold that 1/2 inch inward, and just go ahead and stitch it. And after I have done that, I need to press very well, press neatly, so that it will give you the result that you need. When you press neatly, it will take when somebody is looking at it from afar, you won't even know that you match it. One would think you fix it in, that you sew it in, that is just part of the basic block. So after I've done that, this is my board. This board is for the stones. So I'm going to disperse the stones inside the space. So I'm going to make it full and fill in some parts with my picker. I'm going to fill in some parts that are not that are omitting. So those ones that are not there. I'm going to fix it. And this is my transfer sheet. We call it transfer sheet in Nigeria. It has a gum and it's like two. It's like a plaster that you are removing one part. So the nylon part will be removed right away, and this nylon part, I mean the transparent part, has a gum. So that transparent part will be placed on the bomb to pick the stones. So the part that has gum will be placed, the transparent one that has gum. So I needed someone to help me hold it because it can easily flip together and it will mess up the whole work. So right now I'm using it to pick up the stones from the board. Then that's what I'm trying to do. After I have pressed it, then I'm going to remove the nylon and transfer it back to the transfer sheet. So this is what I'm doing. Then you can see this is the design. Then the design will now be placed on this black part, this black material, by using my heat press machine. So that heat press machine will help me do the job neatly. So the part that does not have because at the end of the day, I noticed that this is the black material is wider than the transfer sheet, so I need to fill up some spaces with the stones. So if you want to make this type of dress, make sure you first of all measure your board, the stone board. First of all, measure it. Then take the board measurement to cut your facing. I mean, use the board measurement to cut that facing, because this really stressed me a lot. But actually, I wanted it like this because I want it to be longer than the board measurement. But it will be easier for you when you can see now that it does not fill up the space. So I needed to go and do to go and do more to fill up the sides. And filling up the sides is not that easy because you need to match it to the lines of there should be a continuation. That's what I meant. So you need to, what you can do to avoid this kind of stress is that you're going to cut the black design with your board measurement. Use the board measurement. So, and the board measurement is like 21 inches in length. So just use the board measurement and you won't stress yourself. So here is the heat press machine, and I'm trying to apply the heat so that the stones will be sticked to the fabric. So, and this is what I'm doing. I'm going to use my picker to make. After I have done that, I'm going to use the picker to remove the stones, the excess stones, those ones that came out. I'm going to remove it like so, and that's the finishing part of it. And we are almost done with the tutorial. And you can see this is me wearing my rich auntie Bubu dress, and you can see the rich auntie vibes that I'm giving you. This is very, very beautiful. I love the outcome, and I can't wait to just do another one that will not stress me like this anyway. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. Then I will see you in my next tutorial. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye.